Hello, this is Top Stories on Viewer Television. I am Deborah Ndukaife. The Nigerian Army has dismissed the reports that some of its senior officers were partisan during the February 25th presidential and National Assembly polls. A media report had claimed that the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, conspired with a military general who ordered the deployment of troops to some locations in Lagos State for the election to be rigged in favor of the Labour Party. In a swift reaction, the Director Army Public Relations, Brigadier General Oyama Nwachukwu, said some interest groups that the service prevented from influencing the elections through violence were behind the report. Oyama added that the service would continue to play its roles during the election as required by the Constitution. Now, the Court of Appeal in Abuja on Monday reserved judgment on the appeal filed by the Governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, challenging the January 27, 2023 verdict of the Osun Governorship Election Petition Tribunal, which overturned his victory. A three-member panel of justices led by Justice M.F. Shuaibu adjourned for judgment after taking argument from the parties, while Adeleke is appellant ex-governor Adeboyega Oyetola and his party, the All Progressive Congress, are the first and second respondents respectively in the appeal. The Independent National Electoral Commission was also joined as a respondent, and now INEC had declared Adeleke the winner of the Osun State governorship election with 403,371 votes in July last year. He was said to have won in 17 out of the 30 local government areas of the state to defeat Oyetola, who was incumbent governor. The Mieti Allah Kota Hore Fulani Socio-Cultural Organization, simply known as Mieti Allah, and the Mieti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria have described as baseless and untrue allegation that members of the association were responsible for the killing of 5,138 Benue citizens under the administration of the Governor Samuel Otom. This is in a sharp reaction to a statement by the Executive Secretary of the Benue State Emergency and Management Agency, Dr. Emmanuel Shaw, who stated that suspected headers in the state were responsible for the death of these citizens. The SEMA boss stated this while addressing journalists in the state capital, Makurdi, on the humanitarian situation in the state since the Otom-led administration began about 8 years ago. The president-elect Bola Tinubu has said he has no preferred candidates for the leadership of both the Senate and the House of Representatives and the 10th National Assembly. Tinubu, has represented by the Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima, disclosed this at the meeting with new members-elect to the National Assembly in Abuja. A member-elect for Bungudu Maru Federal Constituency of Zamfara State, Abdul Malik Bungudu, revealed this to newsmen shortly after the meeting. Bungudu, who spoke in the Hausa language, stated that Tinubu told attendees that he had no preferred candidate for any of the principal offices of the 10th NAS. And the Imo State government has described as laughable a statement credited to the state Labour Party Festus Onyekwesili, wherein he boasted that LP would sack the state governor Hope Uzodinma during the number 11 governorship election in the state. Now, the special advisor to the governor on public communication, Collins Ugala, in a statement in Owerri, advised LP to first put its house in order before thinking of how to unseat Uzodinma, who he described as a performing governor. Ugala said every resident of the state was in agreement that Uzodinma had done well and reserved elections. And now, the All Progressive Congress candidate for governor, Ambassador Sadiq Baba Abubakar, has won the support of the National Union of Bauchi State students who previously supported the People's Democratic Party administration. This is because, in their opinion, the PDP-led government has failed to look out for the students' best interest, and students express confidence that Sadiq Baba Abubakar, a retired Chief of Air Staff, will revitalize the education sector and restore students' hope at an interactive session conducted in the state capital to promote the APC candidates. Abacha State correspondent Awa Hassan completes the story.
The National Union of Bauchi State Students, NUBAS, expressed their displeasure with the current People's Democratic Party PDP's administration for failing to look out for their welfare and pay adequate attention to the educational sector.
Because this government doesn't have concern for students. They don't pay scholarship, they don't pay for JAM, they don't pay for WAEC, they don't pay for NECO. So these students decided to support Air Marshal Baba Sadiq Abubakar. There are so many dilapidated schools in the 20 local government of the state. Poor infrastructure everywhere. If you see, just day before yesterday, our candidate of APC visited one school at where Makavi. If you see the school, you can't believe it's within Bauchi Metropolis.
Comrade Salature said the aim of the gathering was to endorse the gubernatorial candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Ambassador Sadiq Abubakar, whom they believe has the zeal of transformation in the educational sector of the state.
What calls for this meeting is the students gathered to endorse our candidate of APC, Ambassador Air Marshal Baba Sadiq Abubakar, because of the good intention he has for the education. Yes.
The present administration held in almost all the aspects of education. When it comes to the payment of the scholarship, the government failed. When it comes to strengthening the basic education, it fails. When it comes to the infrastructure of the school, when I say the school, I mean the buildings. Some of the buildings dilapidated. There are no experienced and professional teachers. Teachers are not getting their salaries on time, etc., etc. So the government failed. That's why we want the change in the government.
The group bemoans the People's Democratic Party PDP's inability to provide scholarship to students in Bauchi State under the current administration.
We are experiencing a very hike in the prices of the school fees and accommodation, and you know there is a general sufferness when it comes to the issue of foodstuff, and you know almost all the students that are studying in the public universities are children of the poor masses.
This government doesn't have concern for students. They don't pay scholarship, they don't pay for JAM, they don't pay for WAEC, they don't pay for NECO. So these students decided to support Air Marshal Baba Sadiq Abubakar. Just of recent, they told them to pay 1,500 for scratch card at the scholarship board, but up to now there was no payment.
They, however, pledged massive support to the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC, Ambassador Sadiq Abubakar. Awal Hassan, Viewer TV News, Bauchi.
And that's all on Top Stories. I am Deborah Ndukaife. Many thanks for watching. Please stay tuned and enjoy the rest of our programs.